Nikola Tesla possessed secrets that could have transformed our understanding of reality itself. Hidden within his personal correspondence lies evidence of discoveries so profound that they bridge the gap between science and spirituality in ways that mainstream academia has never dared to explore. One particular letter, long kept from public view, reveals Tesla's deepest insights into what he called the spiritual dimensions of electricity and consciousness. Before we dive deeper into these revelations, take a moment to let me know in the comments where you're watching from today. Your engagement helps this important information reach more people who are searching for truth. If you find value in what we're sharing, please hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with content that challenges conventional thinking. Tesla understood something that modern science is only beginning to grasp. Energy and consciousness are not separate phenomena but interconnected aspects of a single, unified field. In his private writings, he described experiencing what he termed cosmic consciousness during his electrical experiments. These weren't mere flights of fancy from an eccentric inventor. They were careful observations from one of history's most brilliant scientific minds. The missing letter we're discussing today was written to a close friend in 1899, during Tesla's Colorado Springs period. This was when he conducted his most ambitious experiments with wireless power transmission and atmospheric electricity. In this correspondence, Tesla described phenomena that went far beyond the physical properties of electricity as understood by conventional science. He wrote about discovering that electrical fields could interact with what he called the human electrical system in ways that produced heightened states of awareness. Tesla believed that consciousness itself operates on electrical principles, and that by understanding these principles, humans could access higher dimensions of perception and knowledge. Consider how your television receives signals from the air around you. These electromagnetic waves are invisible, yet they carry complex information that becomes images and sounds when properly decoded. Tesla suggested that human consciousness works similarly, acting as a receiver for information that exists in what he termed the cosmic field. During his Colorado Springs experiments, Tesla reported experiencing moments of extraordinary clarity where complex scientific problems would suddenly resolve themselves in his mind. He described these as periods when his consciousness seemed to expand beyond the boundaries of his physical brain, accessing knowledge from sources he couldn't fully explain through conventional scientific methods. Tesla's letter details specific techniques he developed for what he called consciousness amplification. He discovered that certain electrical frequencies, when applied in precise ways, could induce states of heightened awareness. These weren't random discoveries but systematic observations that he documented with the same rigor he applied to his mechanical inventions. The inventor described one particular experiment where he exposed himself to carefully controlled electromagnetic fields while in a meditative state. During this session, he reported receiving detailed information about advanced energy technologies that he had never previously considered. Some of these insights later became the foundation for inventions that wouldn't be fully understood until decades after his death. Tesla believed that what we call intuition is actually a form of electromagnetic reception. Just as his wireless devices could receive signals from distant transmitters, he theorized that human consciousness could receive information from what he described as universal intelligence. This wasn't mysticism to Tesla. It was applied science based on his understanding of electromagnetic principles. The letter reveals Tesla's conviction that traditional religious and spiritual experiences have scientific explanations rooted in electromagnetic phenomena. He wrote about visiting various places of worship and detecting distinct electromagnetic signatures in locations where people reported spiritual experiences. Churches, temples, and meditation sites all exhibited unique electrical characteristics that Tesla believed facilitated altered states of consciousness. Tesla's observations led him to conclude that prayer, meditation, and other spiritual practices work by aligning human consciousness with specific electromagnetic frequencies. When this alignment occurs, he suggested, individuals gain access to information and insights that exist beyond their personal knowledge and experience. One fascinating aspect of Tesla's research involved his study of ancient texts and traditions. He found remarkable correlations between descriptions of spiritual experiences in various cultures and the electromagnetic phenomena. He observed in his laboratory ancient accounts of divine visions, prophetic dreams, and mystical revelations all shared characteristics that Tesla recognized as consistent with electromagnetic influence on consciousness. Tesla wrote about conducting experiments with subjects who had no knowledge of his electromagnetic equipment. When exposed to specific frequencies, these individuals consistently reported experiences similar to those described in spiritual and religious literature throughout history. They spoke of feeling connected to something larger than themselves, receiving insights about complex problems, and experiencing profound peace and understanding. These results convinced Tesla that what humanity has called the spiritual dimension is actually a scientifically accessible realm of electromagnetic reality. He believed that advanced civilizations throughout history may have developed technologies for deliberately accessing these states of consciousness, using knowledge that has since been lost or suppressed. The missing letter describes Tesla's growing concern that his discoveries were too advanced for his contemporary society. He worried that revealing the full extent of his consciousness research would result in his work being dismissed as fantasy or, worse, suppressed by those who might misuse such powerful knowledge. Tesla's electromagnetic consciousness research had practical applications that extended far beyond spiritual experiences. He discovered that individuals in heightened states of awareness demonstrated enhanced problem-solving abilities, increased creativity, and accelerated learning. These weren't temporary effects but lasting improvements that persisted long after the electromagnetic exposure ended. The inventor documented cases where subjects exposed to his consciousness amplification techniques developed remarkable abilities. Some demonstrated enhanced mathematical skills, others showed improved artistic capabilities, and several exhibited what appeared to be precognitive abilities regarding future technological developments. Tesla theorized that these enhancements occurred because the electromagnetic treatments helped align individual consciousness with what he called the universal information field. In this aligned state, people could access knowledge and insights that normally remained beyond their conscious awareness. Modern quantum physics has begun to validate many of Tesla's theories about the relationship between consciousness and electromagnetic fields. Recent research into quantum entanglement and non-local consciousness effects provides scientific frameworks for understanding phenomena that Tesla observed over a century ago. Scientists today are discovering that consciousness appears to operate according to quantum mechanical principles rather than classical physics. This means that awareness and intention can influence physical reality in ways that traditional materialist science couldn't explain. Tesla's electromagnetic consciousness research anticipated these discoveries by decades. The missing letter reveals Tesla's prediction that humanity would eventually develop technologies that deliberately enhance consciousness through electromagnetic means. He envisioned devices that could facilitate learning, creativity, and problem-solving by optimizing the electromagnetic environment for peak mental performance. Tesla's vision extended beyond individual enhancement to include collective consciousness applications. He believed that properly applied electromagnetic technologies could facilitate communication and coordination between minds, creating what he called harmonic consciousness networks. These networks would allow groups of people to solve complex problems by combining their mental resources in ways that amplified everyone's capabilities. The inventor's research suggested that many historical breakthroughs in science, art, and philosophy occurred when individuals accidentally accessed heightened states of consciousness through natural electromagnetic phenomena. He documented correlations between periods of high solar activity, atmospheric electrical conditions, and significant creative achievements throughout history. Tesla believed that by understanding and harnessing these natural consciousness-enhancing conditions, humanity could deliberately accelerate its intellectual and spiritual development. His missing letter outlines specific techniques and technologies that he developed for this purpose, including detailed descriptions of electromagnetic devices designed to optimize consciousness states. One particularly intriguing aspect of Tesla's consciousness research involved his investigation of what he called temporal perception modification. He discovered that certain electromagnetic frequencies could alter subjects' perception of time, allowing them to experience extended periods of thought and reflection within brief moments of clock time. Tesla used this temporal perception research to enhance his own inventive capabilities. By entering electromagnetically induced states where his perception of time was altered, he could conduct extensive mental experiments and design work that would normally require weeks of concentrated effort. Many of his most innovative inventions were conceived during these accelerated consciousness sessions. The missing letter describes Tesla's experiments with what modern researchers might recognize as remote viewing or distant perception. Using his electromagnetic consciousness enhancement techniques, subjects consistently demonstrated the ability to accurately describe distant locations and events without any conventional means of obtaining such information. Tesla approached these phenomena with characteristic scientific rigor, conducting controlled experiments that eliminated conventional explanations for the subject's accurate perceptions. He concluded that consciousness, when properly attuned through electromagnetic means, could access information from any location or time period through what he termed universal field resonance. These discoveries led Tesla to develop what he called consciousness mapping techniques. By analyzing the electromagnetic signatures associated with different states of awareness, he created detailed charts of the frequency patterns that corresponded to various mental and spiritual experiences. Tesla's consciousness maps revealed that states such as deep meditation, creative inspiration, and mystical experience all shared specific electromagnetic characteristics. This suggested that these seemingly diverse phenomena were actually different expressions of the same underlying electromagnetic processes affecting human consciousness. The inventor's research also explored the relationship between consciousness states and physical health. He discovered that subjects who regularly experienced electromagnetically enhanced awareness showed improved immune function, better cardiovascular health, and increased longevity compared to control groups. Tesla theorized that consciousness and physical health were intimately connected through electromagnetic fields that coordinate both mental and bodily functions. When consciousness operated at optimal electromagnetic frequencies, the entire human system functioned more efficiently and harmoniously. The missing letter reveals Tesla's development of what he called therapeutic consciousness frequencies. These were specific electromagnetic patterns that could induce healing states of awareness, allowing the body's natural repair mechanisms to operate more effectively. Tesla documented numerous cases where subjects with various health conditions experienced significant improvements after exposure to his therapeutic frequencies. He believed that many diseases resulted from electromagnetic imbalances that disrupted normal consciousness-body coordination, and that restoring proper electromagnetic harmony could facilitate healing. Tesla's consciousness research extended into what he termed collective field effects. He discovered that groups of people exposed simultaneously to consciousness-enhancing electromagnetic fields exhibited remarkable coordination and synchronization in their thoughts and actions. These collective consciousness experiments revealed that individual awareness could merge into larger, more capable group minds while still maintaining personal identity and autonomy. Tesla saw this as humanity's next evolutionary step, made possible through advanced understanding of consciousness and electromagnetic principles. The inventor believed that entire civilizations could benefit from collective consciousness technologies, solving complex social and environmental problems through coordinated mental effort. His missing letter outlines plans for citywide electromagnetic systems designed to enhance the consciousness of entire populations. Tesla's vision included educational applications where electromagnetic consciousness enhancement could accelerate learning and understanding. He developed prototype devices that could facilitate the direct transfer of knowledge and skills between minds, bypassing the slow process of traditional verbal or written instruction. Students exposed to Tesla's learning enhancement frequencies demonstrated remarkable improvements in memory, comprehension, and creative thinking. Complex subjects that normally required years of study could be mastered in weeks or months when consciousness was properly prepared through electromagnetic conditioning. The missing letter describes Tesla's experiments with what he called knowledge inheritance, where experienced practitioners could directly transmit their understanding to students through electromagnetically mediated consciousness transfer. This wasn't simple information sharing, but actual transmission of comprehension and insight. Tesla envisioned a future where humanity's accumulated knowledge and wisdom could be preserved and transmitted through electromagnetic consciousness technologies. Each generation would inherit not just information but actual understanding from their predecessors, accelerating human development exponentially. The inventor's research also explored the consciousness dimensions of his free energy technologies. He discovered that devices for wireless power transmission worked more efficiently when operated by individuals in heightened states of awareness. This suggested that consciousness itself played a role in electromagnetic phenomena. Tesla theorized that advanced energy technologies required operators whose consciousness was properly attuned to the electromagnetic principles involved. This explained why some of his devices worked perfectly for him but failed when operated by others who lacked the necessary consciousness development. The missing letter reveals Tesla's belief that humanity's energy problems could be solved not just through advanced technology, but through the consciousness development necessary to properly utilize such technology. He saw energy scarcity as fundamentally a consciousness problem rather than a purely technical challenge. Tesla's electromagnetic consciousness research led him to investigate what he called dimensional interface phenomena. He discovered that consciousness could interact with electromagnetic fields in ways that seemed to transcend normal three-dimensional space and linear time. Subjects in Tesla's experiments reported experiencing awareness of other dimensions of reality that coexisted with normal physical space. These weren't hallucinations but consistent, verifiable perceptions that multiple subjects described using remarkably similar terminology. Tesla developed techniques for what he called dimensional navigation, where consciousness could explore these alternate reality states while maintaining connection to normal awareness. He believed that mastering dimensional interface abilities would give humanity access to unlimited knowledge and energy resources. The inventor's dimensional research revealed that many historical accounts of divine visions, angelic encounters, and mystical experiences were actually instances of consciousness accessing these alternate dimensional states through natural electromagnetic phenomena. Tesla documented the electromagnetic conditions that facilitated dimensional interface experiences, creating detailed protocols that others could follow to achieve similar results. His missing letter includes specific technical specifications for devices designed to produce optimal dimensional navigation conditions. Tesla's consciousness research ultimately convinced him that the distinction between science and spirituality was artificial. He saw them as different approaches to understanding the same underlying electromagnetic reality that encompasses both physical phenomena and consciousness experiences. The inventor believed that humanity's next great evolutionary leap would come through integrating scientific understanding of electromagnetic principles with direct consciousness experience of spiritual dimensions. This integration would unlock capabilities that seemed impossible from either purely scientific or purely spiritual perspectives. Tesla's missing letter concludes with his prediction that future generations would develop civilizations based on conscious mastery of electromagnetic principles. These advanced societies would solve problems that seem impossible today by combining technological sophistication with evolved consciousness capabilities. The insights revealed in Tesla's hidden correspondence offer a roadmap for human development that transcends the limitations of current scientific and spiritual approaches. By understanding consciousness as an electromagnetic phenomenon, we gain access to capabilities that can transform both our inner experience and our outer world. Tesla's electromagnetic consciousness research represents one of history's most significant discoveries, hidden for over a century but now ready to guide humanity toward its next evolutionary phase. The integration of advanced technology with developed consciousness offers unlimited potential for solving the challenges facing our world today. These revelations about Tesla's spiritual dimension research demonstrate that the greatest scientific minds have always understood the deeper connections between consciousness, energy, and reality itself. As we face an uncertain future, Tesla's vision of electromagnetically enhanced human consciousness offers hope for transcending current limitations and accessing our full potential as conscious beings in an electromagnetic universe. If this exploration of Tesla's hidden discoveries has expanded your understanding of what's possible, please share your thoughts in the comments below and let others know about this important information by hitting the like button and subscribing for more content that reveals the deeper truths about consciousness, energy, and human potential.